So I don't know if you've talked about this, but how did you become a believer, and what was that like? What was that process like?
Right. So becoming like the beginning of how I became a believer is when I moved to upstate New York, there was a lot of people from churches that would come out and during during Ramadan and during Eid, they would come out and just like be a part of it and basically just be a part of it and help out and be involved. And a lot of times like these people would invite us to church and invite us to place like, hey, come to church and we can hang out and see what it's about and talk. And if you have any questions, we could answer. So it was really amazing. So it wasn't like anything like Jehovah's Witnesses or anything like that. It was just a lot of people just like they would come and they were curious about our traditions and they wanted to learn our traditions and all these things. So it was really amazing. And so my first experience was getting invited to church. And when I got invited to church, I went to a church and it was in a city of Skinny Atlas and it was in upstate New York.
Okay.
And in that church, as soon as I walk in, we just get this overwhelming love from people like coming like as soon as we walk into the door, they see these people like we just look like we're from the Middle East. And they come and they just like come to us and say hi to us and give us hugs and they didn't even know us. So I was like, whoa, like what's going on here? I've never experienced that. So receiving that at first hand and people giving us hugs and loving us and asking us how we're doing and how did we sleep and if they can get us anything, it was amazing. Like, but at the same time, I didn't know how to receive it. I was like, man, this was different. And um, so coming in and for the first time, that was my first experience with the church is just genuine love, genuine love of people were sincere and they actually loved you. They weren't putting on a facade, just because they wanted to be nice to you and they wanted you to come to church again. It was more very extremely genuine with them. And so after that, we went home and on Easter we kind of had this family show up at our house for Easter and they were from that church and they came and they celebrated Easter with us and after that one night they were talking to us and they were telling us like, hey, we would like to kind of adopt your family. We would like to be involved with you for however till we're alive till we die basically. And the beginning of it, they wanted to stay for like it was a commitment for like 3 months. Oh, sorry, it was yeah, no, it was like for 3 to 4 months. But after those 3 to 4 months, that's what they told us. Like, hey, like we can't leave you guys. We've fallen in love with you, and we've like gotten so comfortable with you guys, and we can't just like leave you. So we're just gonna stay, and we adopt you guys, and basically be with you for the rest of your lives. And that was an amazing time because after that they were the found not the foundation but they were the root of why we became Christians. They kind of really helped us and really kind of like showed us to Christ, exemplified Christ to us.
Be sure to check out the full episode wherever you get your podcasts.